There we go. Problem solved. Now? Fucking Livestream must have damn well deleted the thing. Or something. Like that thing was unplugged earlier. And now for the age-old Verizon thing. Can you hear me now? Right. Let me reduce that. Okay, that should be better. There shouldn't be so much sound of plates or clinking around. Or typing, for that matter. Anywho, to those who were watching, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems that now I have to reiterate. So basically, Char, steampunk lions. Humans, self-explanatory. Norn, gigantic Vikings. I will be doing so. Asura, midget geniuses, who can craft gigantic golem mechs. And Slavari are plant people. Anyway, we'll be going with the Asura for this. They weren't available in the previous, which was nice. But, yeah. Anyway, the main classes of this that were featured and weren't were, in Guild Wars 1 you had Elementalist, Ranger, Warrior, Necromancer, Mesmer. The new classes they brought up for Guild Wars 2 were Engineer, Guardian, and Thief. Thief plays very strangely. It plays similar to Assassin from Guild Wars Nightfall, if any of you played that. Doubt it. But, no. It can be very fun, and a very fun class. Engineer, you get to, well, build things, and create turrets. Mesmer is basically just illusions. Like, all up in the grill, hello, I can cast 5 of myself. Guardian's kind of tanky. The interesting thing about Guild Wars 2 is it doesn't have a specific class set of, like, healer, tank, etc. Any person can tank, any person can do all that. But generally, Warriors and Guardians are the two people who kind of tank in a sense. Elementalists, as far as seen the trailer, they generally tend to have that thing on them to harness stuff. I'm not sure exactly what they harness, but we're gonna go with Thief because it's fun to play. Anyway, what was it? You have height and tallness. What is it? That being like normal size, mid-size, tall size. What is it? Physique, you can generally pick from, well, lanky to extremely lanky to normally built. We'll go with that one. And sure, we'll go with that. And yeah, the Asura look a bit odd. But that's kind of to be expected. I mean, they've been underground for literally decades. Big floppy ears just for now. Yeah, I think we can leave all that except for editing eye color. Excuse me. Where's that cheek puff? Bless you. What's it? Ear length, ear thickness, which I find good. There's the flaps. Yeah, let's go with that. Armor dies. Now, this is the interesting thing, is they have all the dies ready for you to use, more or less. Like, much more than customizing 256 things to correlate of this die, combine with this, combine with this, combine with this. They completely scrapped that this time around, just went, fuck it, let them die what they wish. Which is nice. And you will be going for slightly coppery domes for this. And yeah, the difference for these guys is, for some races, they'll show differently, skin tone-wise and such. Which is kind of interesting when you get to the Sylvari, because they tend to glow in the dark. Okay, and now comes the kind of thing of where these are more so to determine your background, since Guild Wars 2 has a very personal-ish story. So you can do Subterfuge, or Determination, which is funny because then it's just, what is it? My headband keeps my vision clear. Apparently not. Anonymity is basically just, I'm anonymous. Determination is basically, I'm always the muscle, I can get everything done. And Subterfuge is always the best. Subterfuge is basically just, I'm an assassin. And then you have Charm, Dignity, and Frosty. These affect kind of conversation and what you say in your personal story and what you say to NPCs. For example, there will be like Charm option, Dignity option, Frosty option. You'll see. And then this is fun because every single, Asura prescribes to one of 3 colleges. There's the College of Synergetics, which basically goes like, here's how every pattern forms in life. Basically chaos theory. Or more so butterfly effect as far as I'm aware. Statics, what is this? Well, there you go. And College of Dynamics would be the high we're going to produce all mechs. Yeah, let's go with the Magic 8 Ball. Anywho, tell me almost everything I knew it was. What was it? Basically, you can pick the kind of characters that help you along. You can tell basically their kind of classes by this. For example, Bronx, probably Warrior, Zynga, an Elementalist, Necromancer, and Engineer, I would imagine. Let's go with Kenny. Just because I was always bring like this. And let's go with an old character name that I used way back in Guild Wars. And the first intro start.
I am Asura. I personify genius. My ancestors were driven from forced to live in this bright, wide world. Of course, we've excelled. We exceed expectations in everything we do. With Golem and Gate and Arcane Crystal, we have asserted our supremacy in this land and made it our own. We will not move another inch. Not for dragons, not for anyone. The eternal alchemy is a fluid contrivance, ever evolving, ever fluctuating. I believe in the power of transformation. I belong to the College of Dynamics. Dynamics crews thrive on permutation. We're always advancing, morphing into something new. I'm the lever, and my excellent crew is the fulcrum. Together we will move the world. We will force reason from chaos. I've just been informed that defective golems, not mine of course, are causing havoc out in the jungle. Whatever the imbeciles outside the city have broken, I'll fix, and make my name doing so. I'll lead the masses through metamorphosis to an improved future. This is my story.
And that's the Asura. As you can tell, they're kind of the little "hi, I'm going to take over the world" kind of people, which is
Get
fun.
over here and fix this. This is what comes from sloppy craftsmanship.
Alright. Basically standard, usual MMO stuff you can imagine. Except that skills aren't really, what is it? Acquired by leveling up. You'll see.
What's all this then?
And don't mind the work in progress, it's because it's, well, beta.
It's pure chaos out here. Unacceptable. What's going on?
Just what it looks like. These golems have gone mad. Zojja suspects someone tampered with them. And by someone, she means the inquest.
Zojja's rarely wrong. Don't tell her I said rarely, by the way. If it is the inquest, she's going to need help. Where can I find her?
At the malfunctioning gate that's spitting out these deranged golems. She claims she could feel them on the other side of the gate laughing at us.
Not for long. I'm going to help Zojja shut down the problem at its source. Thanks for the information.
Taking that. Get to the portal first. Portal is over down there. Or over here. One or the other. Ah, it's up there. Shit. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 has this habit of throwing players for a loop at times. But it can be fun. Alright, so not that way, this way. And portal. So these are surrogates. They're very fun. Let's see what we can find. The inquest, I'm unsure of what they are, but we'll find out. Soon enough, I would imagine.
Don't mess with the inquest.
granted, this is starting zone, so it's going to be very easy. Also, this would be an example of what they call Guild Wars 2 dynamic quests. Like you have, for instance, as you can see there, stop the inputs and the program golems. This is basically their way of saying, hey, you and every single player in this area helping out each other with this. Which is fun. And it's very different. It's very cool.
Looking a little wobbly, dear. Did that scramble?
I've invited another guest to your victory party.
Oh dear.
Looks like the guest of honor has arrived. Let's take it down.
That's a big ass boss. And that's a she's forced by yeah, it doesn't exactly kill you, but you die.
Hey, it's you again. I see you survived with your epidermis intact.
Of course. Takes more than a giant rampaging inquest golem to get the better of me.
Modest, too. Well, you've earned a dash of praise, if you ask me. The crews around the city would kill for the assistance of an inventor with your talents. You should ask around. Make yourself invaluable.
Not a bad idea. Thanks.
Anywho, because this is a beta, they're always like, hey, help us with this. Ah, crap. Yeah, this is another thing they have. Because player bases tend to be massive, they have Metrica province overflows. Overflow servers are basically where you and your buddies all get clumped into a server and they're like, okay, so this is the stack of players that we can't put in the normal server, so you're here now. You'll be ported to the normal server eventually. It's kind of this way, instead of waiting on a map going, why won't it load, why am I 347 in queue, you can now have still playing while running through everything.
Look out.
Hello.
Genius on the
An
rise.
amazing opportunity. My crew has just one slot left, and
Get a job.
I have a job. A great job on a crew doing ground-shaking work in golem regeneration. You get it.
And you'll be hearing that about the place, stuff like that.
Excelsior. My word.
Better. Story, 3 characters. 4.
Interested in something specific?
Welcome to Metrica Province. You'll find private laboratories all over where our crews work on dangerous research, and we pay the price for excellence. Labs need to be carefully maintained, but I'm sure that's not news to you. We see a fair bit of interference from the Inquest. They're envious of our advances and covered our research materials. Our researchers could use someone with your talents. On your journey, you may also encounter nefarious events in the world. Don't let these opportunities pass by you. Jump in and help. As you gad about, you'll encounter our Magi Matter transportive devices, more commonly known as waypoints. They're mini-gates that, for a trivial fee, transport you across great distances. They're the second most convenient way to travel next to our gates. In the vast, wide world, a plethora of challenges await you, some more demanding than others. Watch for the special ones, because they'll give you an opportunity to increase your skill and exceed your own limits. Always be loyal to your crew.
Sadly, this is not Ratasum, but it does give you an idea of the architecture to expect from the Asura. Basically, huge vaulting things and floating pillars. Floating pillars everywhere.
Excelsior. I'm willing to lend my extensive expertise in kinematic gollumancy to the discussion, though I can't stay long.
Brainstorming rarely solves. Excellent.
Anyway, let's get a move on and start killing all the things.
Power core unstable. Explosion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This has been a test of the Golem evacuation system.
Our victory was no mistake. It would be nice to stay in cellar.
Power core unstable. Power core unstable in 5.
Excelsior.
1. This has been a test of the Golem evacuation system.
Not sure where I'm supposed to go. Here, I'm assuming. Ah, there we go. Oh, come on, let me in. Oh, fine, be that way.
Do you work for me?
Calculating efficiency. Please wait. 1,417 errors.
Basically, this is the way of showing you all the game mechanics, which is fun. And as you can see down there, that's how you gain skills.
Salutations.
Calculating efficiency. Please wait. 1,417 errors.
We all have a place.
Manual reboot required.
Oh dear. Well, that didn't work.
Calculating efficiency. Please wait.
There we go.
1,400.
So that one's ready.
Power core unstable. Explosive in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Required. Interesting amalgamation of parts. Efficiency. Please wait. Calculating efficiency. Please wait.
You can tell this is going to be fun to watch.
Errors. Explosive. This unit operating at peak efficiency.
Right.
Manual reboot required. Manual reboot required.
Oh dear.
Explosion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This has been a test on the Golem evacuation.
This can't end well.
Calculating efficiency.
Oh, there we go.
Please wait. Manual reboot required. Manual reboot required.
Okay. Also, if you have two people going at once, helps a lot.
Power core unstable. Explosion in 5, 4. Manual reboot.
Run, 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 run.
Core unstable. Explosion in 5, 4. This has been a test of the Golem evacuation system.
Okay.
Manual reboot required.
And there's that.
Power core unstable. Explosion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Excelsior.
And these are stuff that's very fun. Called Golem. What was it? Chrome points.
417.
Chrome points basically allow you to, like, say for example, oh, I just want to play through the story and I don't want to, you know, do all them fancy dungeons. You can do that. Literally. Without having to worry.
Looks like they filled the Muse crew. They hired one of my friends.
I wanted a spot on that crew, but I didn't get my name on the list.
When it comes to crews like Muse, you snooze, you lose.
Oh.
That 3 times fast.
Yeah, as you can see on the minimap, that's where you're supposed to go. That's that, that's that. Oh, and Snaff. For those of you who have not read the novels, Snaff was, what was it, a helper of the main heroes. He kind of died because there's a person called Logan Thackeray who is a dick. Easiest way to put it. And now we get to the, what is it, a very nice thing.
How about now, my little long-eared cherub? Is it working now?
Not at all. And find another endearment. Cherubs are fat baby humans with freakish wings.
I knew that, sweetheart. I just didn't know you knew.
Time's almost up. If you can't show the judges something soon, you'll be disqualified.
Panic time! Our massively impressive golem isn't working. The judges are waiting. It functioned perfectly back in the lab. I'm at a loss. Having the best pilot and the best pilot golem interface won't matter if it just stands there. I was sure we'd win. Snaff was a golemancer after all.
Let me take a look. I know this baby like the schematics were tattooed on the inside of my eyelids. Every time I blink, it's a review session. Well, there's your problem. The MIG's capacitors are missing. Someone forgot to put them in. That's your job, Kaz. I pilot, you maintain. It's a good thing I love you so much. Because I love you a little less each time your scatterbrain sets us back.
I love you too, my dulcet-toned honey viper. But I put the capacitors in. Someone must have swiped them, because I would not forget. Not after your last cheerful chastisement.
Pitch woo on your own time. We must have left the capacitors in the Hydro Unit Lab's staging area. Hurry! Retrieve those capacitors at once!
Sure, I've heard of Snaff, but I still don't get why he gets a whole prize named after him.
Because he was one of the greatest geniuses who ever lived, you empty-headed homunculus. He revolutionized Golomancy. He blazed trails so brilliant, most people can't even see his footsteps, let alone follow in them.
So...
Oh dear. And then there was sabotage.
Hey, stop right there, you pusillanimous pinheads. That's our stuff.
Was your stuff. Now it's ours. But don't worry, we'll leave you a beating in exchange.
Yeah, this is not going to end well for them.
Structural integrity compromised.
Or it might.
Help me. I'm hurt.
Oh wait, why am I hitting on her when I can do nothing now? Ah, crap. Okay. Yeah, there are things in this game called, what is it? Oh, what's the name of them? Elite-ish enemies? They're not quite elite, but they aren't... They will not go down without a significant brawl. It's fun that way. Actually, hang on. Where's the tab bar? Hero, inventory, hero. There we go. Skills and traits. Slot skills. And I don't have any skill traits. Dicks. I just expect to die a few times.
Help me. I'm hurt.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die quite a number of times during this. Which is always bound to happen. Not only 3. Yeah, 2. Shit. Haha! Haha! Mine.
Eternal alchemy is going on here. Enough! Cease and desist all hostilities. Now, what's going on here?
These Inquest poltroons snuck into our work area, sabotaged our massively impressive golem, and stole our equipment.
Calumny and slander! We were called in to consult on a Snaff prize entry, and when we did, this blackguard attacked us.
Now, things get heated when a prize is on the line. Let's all just calm down, count to 10, and get back to work. No harm done, eh?
No harm done. They vandalized our workspace, and our MiG.
That is a serious accusation. On behalf of the Arcane Council, I suggest you file a complaint after the contest is over. Off you go now. Off!
Enjoy those capacitors. And good luck. You're going to need it.
Oh, I want to hit her so very hard, right in the face. No, well.
I was thinking about joining the inquest. They never let morality get in the way of progress.
They'd never take you. You know what morality means.
You got the parts. I'll install them and we'll be ready to go.
Hey, you fixed it! Nice work. Now we can show off our improved Golem-to-Pilot interface. It's not as splashy as some entries, but it's revolutionary. The SNAF prize is as good as ours.
Not if we don't hurry it up. They're waiting now. So get out there and strut our stuff.
Out of my way. We've got a prize to win.
Behold, a revolutionary leap forward in Golem-to-Pilot interfacing. The massively impressive Golem. The biomagical psionic mind link is two-way, instantaneous, and uninterruptible. Our pilot doesn't even need hands. She just has to think, and the Golem responds. No more specialized training or hours of practice. Just hop in, think, and away you go.
Very impressive. How did you handle the problem of feedback? Every time I've tried something similar, the pilot's brain got fried.
Our breakthrough in Golem interface dampening technology keeps the user's mind safe from harm.
Oh, I
Well,
haven't
it's
got
not as
that.
eye-catching as Teo's floating Griswirl, but your MiG is quite impressive.
I've seen enough, Counselor. Our choice is clear. The invention that best embodies SNAF's legacy is the College of Dynamics MiG.
I quite agree. Seamless integration of machine and user has been an unachievable goal until now. Well done. As far as I know, only the Inquest has ever had any success, and they have to brutalize sentient beings to achieve it.
That was the most difficult challenge we faced. False modesty aside, our work here represents a quantum leap forward in Golemancy.
Which is why, on behalf of the judges, I'm pleased to award Hronk's crew the SNAF prize. Let's all... By the eternal alchemy, what's that thing doing now?
If I can do it.
We have a problem.
Something's definitely wrong in there. Doxa, what's going on?
It's not responding. It's malfunction. I mean, error. Arg! What's happening to me?
Oh, time to chase after this thing.
So the winning entry was a crazed counselor-killing golem. Well, if we disqualified every potentially lethal entry, there'd be no contestants left.
But the MiG was sabotaged. Our entry was tampered with. I don't know why, but the inquest...
Stop right there. Every time a stasis servo slips a gear, people blame Inquest saboteurs. I'm sick of it. You just took the SNAF prize. Learn to win gracefully. Instead of finding scapegoats for your own inadequacy, you should be tracking down and dismantling that amok golem you unleashed.
And when you do, I'd love the chance to study it. Impressive work. Right on up to the point it started smashing things at random.
That will soon be rectified. Back to the lab, crew. We can track the MiG from there. With a bit of luck, we can stop it before it does any serious damage.
Salvaging. Oh, we can leave now? Goody. Yay. Oh, and just for a little idea of how very big the map is, yeah, it's a big map. Whoops, and I've been running into a wall. Anyway, these Vista things are new, so I'm not sure what they do. But I'm assuming that it involves getting up to a certain place. I'm supposed to get up to. AKA, quick, go, explore, kind of stuff. Like they really want to reward players to explore and find stuff in this game, which is good. Stuff like that should be awarded in more games, especially in MMOs when people have put in so much work and effort. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Okay. So that's the Vista point. That's that there. This is going to be fun figuring out. Ah. Oh boy. Anyway, the best part. Well, that's different. Okay, skip to the end. Oh, that means they're currently in a cinematic. I see.
How can I assist you? Celsius.
Is that was there? Oh, there it is. Not sure what that is, but let's try and find out. See if we can. Nope, apparently not. Nope. Let's see what we can do about the place.
Theropod. E-G-H-R-O-P-O-D. One of the most advanced devices in
I have an amazing opportunity that you cannot pass up.
Yeah, no. Line green thing. Fair enough.
How were your endeavors?
I have no idea what that is, but it's getting killed. And there's an Norn here! As you can see, Norn are tall. And I just went way too far.
Come, your road to greatness starts by joining the inquest. Do you agree?
Where's that little...
Do you require my assistance?
How may I assist you? Your road to greatness starts by joining the inquest.
Do you
No, it doesn't.
always be loyal to your crew?
And now we gain to the next skill. This is good. Knowing other players, I'm guessing they're already a little bit far.
Match my brilliance.
How are your endeavors progressing?
Because it is one thing you can do in this game is 2 at once, which is always fun.
Excelsior.
Sign up with the inquest today.
How about no?
Come here.
No.
Desire unrivaled.
Sign up.
Get much to discuss. Amazing opportunity.
Basically, unlike most games where it's a case of you earn experience by killing things, more so in this you earn experience by doing quests. Which is nice. And discovering places and such. So let's change that around. Because I know I can do this. Oh dear. Should be bust. Hide. Ah, there we go. I know I can do this, so let's do this. Alright. Just that's that.
A meal today means no travel tomorrow.
now you gain a skill point. Ooh, shiny. Oh, one of the better parts about this game. You are now swimming.
6 feet tall!
Because you have an entire different set of items for underwater combat. No! She ain't nothing but hoes and tricks. All the tricks and all the hoes. Well, feck off. No poisoning for wildlife. These folks before the others. And this is what I mean by down. Stuff is just like, suddenly there are power cores. Just all of a sudden. Oh dear. Yep, I did that. And I need a money back. Do you money? Crap. Oh well. Ah, something over there. Well, something over there and over there. And that gets into territory I don't want to.
Help increasing!
The marsh north of Soren Dra is remarkably tumultuous. Senior researcher Shun and his salvage crew clash with the Inquest as they race to unearth an artifact at the old Golem Foundry site. Across the river from the old Golem Foundry, the Brill Alliance crew has begun researching Skrit, troublesome, uncooperative test subjects. These crews can always use extra hands.
Nope, can't gather. No reason. No tools to do so. Deal with it.
Excelsior.
Oh no. I don't want to lose custard.
Ideas are like cream. Good ones rise to the top.
Oh god. Come on! What?
Does it fit around your face?
No.
interesting.
Oh, it's holding the police. That makes sense. Okay, not to go what that just did. That's the usual bundle of tricks. Let's see if we can get over here. And then over to the old lab, and then to Ratasum. Barracuda, barracuda. Blue jelly all over my screen is the only way to describe the coming up out of the water effect.
I'm incapacitated.
Somebody's dying. Sounds like one anyway. I don't even... What?
I have an amazing opportunity that you cannot pass up.
Yes, I can. Let's not go that way. It's a silly place. In the weak point. You're good.
You'll never beat my brilliance.
You can't stop genius.
Always be loyal to your crew.
You can't match my brilliance. Just give up.
There's the flag.
A little help here?
think you can match my power?
Hold on. It's the Inquest communists. There's one who just said for the greater good. I'm killing communists. Oh god. Yeah, salvage specialist snapping on the job. Right.
Make your request.
You're intrigued. Read more. Beck was a hero guy in Guild Wars 1. You got him in Out of the North. The little
You can't
headpiece
even
kind of thing I'm wearing
comprehend my power.
is similar to his.
Always be loyal to your crew.
If it still exists. Can we get to visit the game store? If it still exists.
My crew is on the verge of a breakthrough.
You'll never beat my brilliance. You'll never beat my brilliance. I die invincible.
They never learn.
You can't match my. You
Alright,
can't
there's a
match
little
my
time to go.
brilliance. Just give up.
Embrace simplicity. A little help here?
Ooh, yes please. 5 on you. 5 on you. And it seems they finally listened to people and realized, oh, they actually do want, like, 10 of them. Sell junk. The other stuff can be sold in the auction house.
You can't stop genius.
How are your endeavors progressing?
Embrace simplicity. Do you require my assistance? Always be loyal to your crew.
Excelsior.
Nice. That's something to get. And this would go a lot faster if there were other folk here.
Can you match my power? A little help
Your angle of attack was all wrong.
And then there was healing.
crew is on the verge of breakthrough.
How interesting.
Do you think you can match my power? For the greater good.
Actually, just gonna check something real quick. Options. Perfect. Precise, small, balanced. That would be why.
Embrace simplicity.
My crew will avenge me!
A little help here!
And then you're sent to DirectX 9, sadly. But oh well. Be worse. Shadows. Those are staying low.
You can't stop genius.
You'll never beat my brilliance.
Always be loyal to your crew.
I am online.
Just a few more and then it's moving on time.
Everything has a place in the eternal.
Fully operational.
What's the matter? Not touching cake, I'm mad. Not touching cake.
Need input.
You can't match my brilliance. Just give up. Greater good.
And there we go. That's done. Let us move on.
Greetings.
Actually, as I said, let's move on to
Excelsior.
someplace much better than here at the moment. Even though I've missed a few vistas and such.
I have a great job on a ground. Someday I will establish my property.
Oh, there's still on there, but what was it? And map isn't working as precisely as it should, but yes, this is Ratasum. It's kind of big. Also, it's kind of one gigantic fucking cube in the ground. I'm not even joking. It's literally a carved out gigantic cube. So don't look too far down. Otherwise, be prepared to slide. And this is the Arcane Council. You can tell where we are here because this is where the freaking huge thing up there was. It's fun that way. Oh, stand up.
Everything has a place in the eternal outcome.
As you can see, you really don't want to fall down. It'd be a very bad idea. Also, stock market. No, really, stock market. And someone named their character Mukhtar.
Absolutely not. Our safety record is well above average. Those reports of lab incinerations were exaggerated.
Let's see what we did. Oh. Well. Anyway, I declare that it is time to go visit an old city. If possible. Applied Development Lab, no. First one for Staff Memorial Lab. Okay, so those all lead out to places we're gonna assume. I'm guessing over here is the Lion's Gate, etc., etc. Downside key to Idea Incubation Lab. Okay, so this. So what is it? It's down one level. Okay. I really hope it's not down several levels, because that would really suck. Please don't be down several levels.
Which lab do you assist at? Wait, you don't look capable of crafting even a simple hammer, let alone a complicated arcane implement. Talk to one of our master craftsmen and broaden mind.
Yes, that's gonna be fun when that's up and running. Polymorphs being this kind of thing that you could do in the original game, from what I remember. Polymorphs were fun anyway. Oh, there are stairs down. Wait, did they make the entirety of the cube? As if they did, that'd be impressive. Seems like they did make the entirety of the cube. Oh my. That's very impressive. Good lord. That's a very, very big chasm. Eep. Alrighty, let's get back upstairs. But yeah, the cities are big in this game. Like, really big. Like, if you've ever played World of Warcraft, an easy way of putting it would be each city is about as big as, I don't know, Orgrimmar? Or bigger? I mean, they generally tend to be very big cities in comparison to some games where they're not so big. Okay, so they're still... Right, I have no idea how to get to the other cities at the moment. Because, ow. The Asura Gate wasn't open for ages to here. Which is perplexing because it means that I have no idea where to go.
I need.
Fair enough, Larkin.
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, lovely. Sorry, brother. That's up for something on the surface. Okay, if that's that and that's that, then that one is probably the way to the transport ones. I hope. Magus in the court. Great. Aha!
Greetings and
Yes!
salutations.
Ah, finally. So yeah, Lion's Arch got a new thing. Also, the Vista Points are something new this beta. What is it? They weren't there before, from what I remember. Yeah, from what I remember from the second beta, they weren't there, which was really nice. Because adding a little thing of, hey, here's a neat fish showing you around the place. But yes, this is Lion's Arch from Guild Wars 1. It's changed a lot. And I mean a lot. Yeah, I know, first but actually hang on. I was about to be doing that, wasn't I? Viewed its finest. Oh, they had something new. But yeah, Lion's Arch is now entirely new, and well, the old Lion's Arch is still about. You just kind of have to dive down a little to reach it. You'll see what I mean in a sec. Point wasn't there before. Also, the fact that you can now just simply wander around and breathe underwater is very nice. There we go. I'm Script Vista. I know what that thing is. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The dragons effed it all up. And if anybody, what is it, any old Guild Wars player should recognize that fountain. And especially there. More importantly, right here should be easily recognizable. Especially for having an old guild register guy here, who's now gone, sadly, in this world. Well, with many other folk. But yeah, you can take a wild guess at what the dragons did, and that there is now what makes up Divinity's Reach, and Lion's Arch, etc., etc. Also, I've noticed that hopefully, if I'm correct in thinking, I should be able to access outside of Lion's Arch. I think, yes, that has waypoints, which means you can. So hopefully, you'll be able to access the outside of that. Also, for those wondering what Safari look like, there you are. I was not kidding about the plant people thing. They literally are. But it's fun that way. Also, interesting thing to note, there's armor clothing and then there's town clothing. Town clothing is vastly different, and you can purchase town clothing. So you can change your appearance and everything like that. Some of it's available via cash shop, some not. Details haven't quite been done fully up. But I've been getting little snippets here and there. And the reason why I'm going up here is because this, if I can. Also, those are the char. They literally are lying people. Ah, it's good stuff. Oop. Oop, not that one. That one.
I'm going to be playing some Dota 2.
That's fun.
I already have this reference.
That's fun. Should be fun. This is our neat idea. And there's a player. Also, the fun part of getting up here is these. There's the waypoint, and then, sorry, there's these.
Live well.
Which is always fun. Anyway, let's see if we can't get out and about from Lion's Arch. Oh boy, this is gonna be odd getting down. Ow. Derp. Right, time for travel by map. AKA Mr. Pendulum here has to click on the map a good number of times. Oh, that's fun. So is that. Anyway, for people who are interested in playing the game, I'd recommend picking up and pre-ordering one, because it's out in August, and it can be fun. Plus, with the proper guilds, it can be hella fun. I mean, this is basically, other than making stuff, this is going to be my weekend, so they're just spending most of my time playing this. Which I'll be happy to stream some of the other content for, like, Sylvari or Char or Norn. Or Human. Human beginning story isn't that great. But this one isn't so bad. And don't tell me they still have this area locked off. Aha! There's a tiny little... No, it's still locked off. God damn it. Sorry folks, just wasted a lot of our time. Oh yeah, these bird people are called the Tengu.
It is good to speak with you.
Yeah, that very much hints, hi, these people are going to become a playable race, which I'd be all for, because the Tengu are amazing. They're literally Japanese bird people. They come from the Factions expansion, and from the original Guild Wars. Anyway, let's get to a different area. Or a few of them.
I didn't care about centuries. I'm worried about that one second.
Let's not go visit the Death Star yet. The Grove. That will be visited when I pick up this, what was it, a Safari character. Oh yeah, one key thing to note. Most races. Oh, I can't fit through these. Asura. Got a problem with that? Chiefy? That's the Asura. And this should be, if I'm not mistaken, humans. Divinity's Reach, the thing that's featured in the trailer for the game. As basically a thing of, hey look, it's a nice piece of concept art. That's not concept art. Like, I was trying to recommend going and looking up the trailer they originally made because it featured an outside shot of Divinity's Reach, and I was like, that looks nice. And then it's, like, it was the concept art for it, and it was like, that's nice. Then it slowly went up, and I was like, that's amazing. Also this, the fecking sanctum is, oh, like it's pretty much become everyone's favorite zone in Guild Wars 2, just because it's just like, hi, we're going to have an orrery, deal with it. Which is impressive as hell. And the map isn't loading. There's one bug to report. Yeah, it does have some bugs, but for the most part, for this beta anyway, many people have gone, there haven't been many bugs, which is nice. And yeah, the cities are really, really big. Also, as you can tell over there, they switch everything to concept art when it's far away. Like if I start to get closer to that, it will start changing into a 3D object. And as you can see, really, really, really vastly big. Yeah, like as you can see, it's slowly starting to change into 3D, which is lovely.
Malandru guide you.
Accelerating!
And now I get to walk faster. And now we get to see this. For anybody who played, well, the original Guild Wars, Factions was an expansion that introduced kind of Japanese-esque
We need to keep
continent.
this area clear. Move along.
Shut the F up. No, it was an area that introduced a kind of Japanese-esque people. They used to reside here, and then it kind of crumbled away. Because they're like, ah, sure, it'll be grand sticking it right next to the ocean. Sploosh. Basically, it'll be grand sticking it right there. Water seep in, water seep in, water seep in. Nope! And apparently I think that will be a dungeon. Or one of them, for accessing Tyr's Deep. Because I can see there, like around there, there are pillars, there's little archway kind of things there. Like underground cathedral kind of things. So it's like, Plus there's a way up point there. So players are kind of been going, is this going to be? Maybe? Might be featured in the human starting campaign, but I don't know. But yeah, basically the area was fine, and then, oh well.
What can I do for you?
The new foundation next to the water. Yeah, how about no? And sorry, because I forgot to get the waypoint, you can't go back to that. That's more.
Not much.
Anyway, what is this? The next city we'll be exploring is the Norn one, the Vikings, which is up in the frigid north. They're the only way to say it. It's in that frigid north, as they are all Northies and really big. Like they're taller than humans. Oh, they have a new word for it. Deadly. Deadly. That means I can go outside and view it from outside. Yes. See, in the previous one, unlike the Tengu gate thing, you couldn't. If they have something like that, you should be able to. But yeah, welcome to the whole brick. Literally a case of, hi, I hope you like winter, and I hope you like everything being killed and named. It's a very impressive place. Also, it takes a while to load up, it seems.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. But yeah, this is the whole brick. It's big.
To air! She'll break the fang yet!
And for a thing of why everybody should love Norn, or why they should try and love the Norn, is, I can get down to it, should be able to. Nope. Ah, there we go. Oh shit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Where's the right point? Okay, if I go to trade comments, then I go through there. But yes, it's a very interesting thing. Like, the Norn are best bros, and they can kind of transform into both bear, ravens, etc. They can basically transform to animals. And it's kind of interesting in that. As far as I'm aware, you don't really get that. You kind of have to ask for blessings and they allow you to transform. And one of their quests on their line is really difficult. Like, supremely difficult. We had to actually tell them, guys, please tone this down. Seriously, nobody's going to be able to pass this. Because we weren't. It was very big weekend. Only a few people had passed them. We were like, guys, tone down. Also, to show how big the dragons are.
The ring of the anvil is music to my ears. Oh, traveler.
But yeah, that's how big the dragons are, by the way, in this game. There are 5 of them. There's Romangir, named after Norse mythology. Oh, there we go.
Still one of my proudest moments.
What is it? There's Romangir, Primordius. I forget the one that's crystal, but the one that's crystal is basically just spreads this kind of purple crystal stuff everywhere. And yeah, that'll keep refreshing. But needless to say, if you want to harm it, no can do.
Smithing's like cooking. The more you love doing it,
It's
the better the results.
really big. If I imagine trying to face down and kill one of these things, because that's one of its teeth. Imagine how big the thing's going to be when you go to face up against it. Also note, that, very, very nice chain on a lot of stuff. It's nice to see. Anywho. Oh wait, crap. This. Sorry folks. Meant to click on another waypoint. I did play a Norn in the previous one. I had a Norn Thief. She was very fun. But sadly, since the character wiped, she's gone now. She's kind of shitty. But oh well. Anyway, we'll be going over here, if possible. If If we can, anyway. Because if we can, well, it's going to be a hell of a thing to see. Because Rasasum you can kind of see from the outside. Other places you can kind of see from the outside.
The finest crafters in the land gather here.
Should be amazing to
Think
see
you've
from
got
the
what it
outside.
takes to join our ranks? Talk to one of our master craftsmen and start forging your legend now.
And yeah, if the dialogue sounds a bit jilted, it's standard MMO dialogue in a sense. But the game is really lovely to play, honestly. I mean, it's one of those games. I don't know. It's no Asheron's Call. But it's very, for the love of God, don't taunt us with concept art and then do that. That's not fair. Dick Bishops. Oh well, that'll be available upon release anyway. Anyway, only going to stream a few more to show the next two cities. The Grove, which I haven't been to, and like nobody has been to the Nasura one or the Grove, which is the Safari one before this. Okay. So the Grove's next, and then we'll break it off with why people call the Black Citadel the Death Star. Sorry, the Death Star. Oh, even the concept art looks nice. And yeah, this is why I like NCSoft. They tend to reuse their concept art, and it's very lovely about it. They're basically like, why don't we use it for a loading screen? Yeah, that should work. Which is very nice. And this is probably going to kill my system because there's going to be a load of water here. It's taking a long time to load. I'm guessing a lot of people rolled a sorry. Sorry, not a sorry. Sylvari. A sorry from Mass Effect. Duh. It's just the whole different colored skin thing, but kind of like green being a green, very blue kind of thing, so my only thought is, oh, Safari! Sorry! Dirt. Anyway, that's taking a long time to... Crap. Oh dear. Oh wait. Ah! There we go. Yeah, just a lot of... Wow! You can't see it right now, but I'm making no face. This is just impressive as hell. No wonder they want to wait to unveil the zone. Good God. No. Oh, wow. Oh, well, surface domain? What? Okay, connection. Strange. Pale tree. The pale tree is fun. Let's see if we can't get up. There should be a way up. Aha! There is an elevator. The elevators are dandelion seeds. The Umfalos chamber. That just sounds damn funny. Okay, so there's a bit of lag there. Grove? No. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the tablet, not now. That thing takes a while to read. But yes, this is the Pale Tree. She is impressive as hell. Anyway, this is the grove. That thing you see there, the Sylvari you see there, yeah, we're kind of... So yeah. If you get my drift, and if you don't, this whole thing is that Sylvari over there. And she kind of stretches all the way down to Tyria. It's kind of neat that way. And now for the last part of this. Yeah. Sorry about the last.
Are you here to learn about crafting? We all need to learn trades of every sort if we hope to defeat the Elder Dragon. Speak to one of our master craftsmen to improve your skill.
Yeah, Elder Dragons aren't fun,
All
by the way.
things
They're
have a right
big
to grow.
and they're terrifying. They put us up against one. Well, one of them, I think. I think it's Primordius. No, not Primordius. It's the crystalline one. They put him up against it last time for the end, the beta weekend. Oh god, it did not end well. It ended with pretty much a lot of people dead. Like they went, okay, let's put him in with all his stats, and oh shit, he destroyed everyone in like 5 minutes. It's not fun. Anyway, that is the Sylvari. You've seen the human, you've seen the Asura. Now comes a lot of people's favorite. The Black Citadel. You can see why I named it the Death Star, and why that is its nickname. The Death Star, because it is. And I wasn't joking, it is the freaking Death Star. I mean, seriously, just look at that thing. It just rests on top of like a rocket kind of thing. Just there to go high. I'm the freaking Death Star. I oversee all the land. Effing deal with it.
If it'll speed things up, I can recommend a good jar engineer.
Yeah, all the races having to get together and seeing these guys get together is fun. These guys were the enemies in the first game, as I said, and they were annoying to fight against. Luckily, not so much this time around. And for anybody who's interested in lore, this is their kind of path of heroes, in a sense. Also, female Char can look lovely and adorable, or not so much. However, most people should be able to identify one person here, at the very least. Say, this little guy with the ranger bow. Certainly he should be identifiable. As it goes up. Oh no, there he is. Here's Fire Shot. You run up against him in the Guild Wars. He's one of the heroes in Eye of the North. Also spoilers for Eye of the North. He's fun.
Too bad we can't get more Norn allies to battle the flame.
But yeah, the Char used to worship the kind of general people of the Elder Dragons. And then they eventually went, haha, F that. And ever since have not. They're fun. And that was a female Char just ran by. As you can see, normal Char look like, was it male Char? Sorry, that's one of the female ones. They look like big fluffy keys. It's very pretty. And then male char just look effing terrifying and look like a mixture of orc, lion, and human. Which is interesting.
Make it quick. What now?
Yeah, eventually I'll just be one guy running it.
The pinnacle of char achievement.
And before I cut off for the day and for tonight, let me show you this. With the fire bombs in this game, the Purity. More importantly, the command core, which is impressive as hell. In the command core, you can oversee everything in the city. And I do mean everything, including those guns over there which work. Yeah, the char are all about the metal. Oh, they fixed it! Yeah. Oh, wait. No, they didn't. Shit. They still need to fix that. Oh, at least it's better than it was last time. And now let's see if I can't find our man here. Lord of Suffering, Bludgeon Captain, Bludgeon Captain. Where is he? Damn, he's not here. There is a guy here who's impressive as hell, and sadly I can't find him, which I really wish that he was here. Apparently they moved him. His name is Ritlock Brimstone, and he is voiced by Stephen J. Blum, aka Spike Spiegel, aka every damn badass ever. I don't know how to guard for the record, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, that's been a little preview of Guild Wars 2. Sorry I couldn't show the Safari Race intro, but did want to show you guys the world before that. Oh, and for those wondering, yes, those are the Ascalonian ruins. Where you are now, there's the Bane, which is the arena. There's the Gallos and Notos. Oh, they found me around the outside. That's nice. There's the Great Imperial Smelter, which is big. And then there's that area there for 115s. And that includes the launch. You can take a wild guess what that huge purple scar is, and what that is with the name Crystal Desert. Steve's Fair Mountains, the Ruins of War, which have now risen up, and they're being controlled by Zaitan on the Elder Dragons, who is basically sending out waves upon waves of undead. The Ring of Fire, the Unending Ocean. Most of the Strait of Malcor is completely just covered in dead ships. It's what the people in the Grove and the Ratasum have to deal with. Yeah, they don't exactly get along though, by the way. It's kind of the case of, we view magic as a tool! We view magic as the source of life! Well, F you! Well, F you! No, F you! Etc, etc. But, no, it's very fun. And it's looking to shape up to be one of the better games this year. So, if you're thinking of picking it up, I would recommend it. It's well worth the purchase, and it is free to play, which is the best part. Like you purchase it once, install, free to play from then on. Granted, they do have a cash shop, which kind of sucks. And before I go, let's just Babby's Borderland, please. Just one last thing to show. They're a very nice PvP mode. It's not Terra's, mind you, with the political system, which is currently undergoing shenanigans. A lot of shenanigans involving, fake votery and such. Because the political system is run by players. It's not EVE with its capture system, but it has a certain charm. Because with this, you gain, plus bonuses to arts, crafting, etc., etc. I think it's reset every day or 2 days? I'm not sure which. I think it's reset every 2 days, possibly every week. Or maybe it's just not reset at all. Anywho, your level is automatically bumped up to 80. What is it? While here, you're stuck. Because you're determined to survive. And this is the world versus Gorons. Welcome. Over there, you have CPU's Rest, which is one of the servers. You have... what's it? I don't know the name of that other server. With that server, this server, and our server, which is Vabi. Vabi can be attacked, as you've seen here. That place can be conquered. That place can be attacked. That place can be attacked. Green seems to be kind of making a comeback. And battles always tend to happen. But yeah, it's very nice. It's a very fun thing to play. And they've had more camps ever since. That's very good. But yeah, it's a big map. Also the Mystic Forge, which is so much fun. If you do stuff like this, I want this. Oh, there's no this. Oh, I can't. Crap. Don't like. 4 items in the forge. Basically, whatever item you get, you can just go plop, 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 and forge something new for yourself. It's fun. Sadly, you can't enter the World Mystic Swirly Vortex because, honestly, who wants to become magic? But yeah, it's a big map. Anyway, that's all for now. So I will see you all later. There may be more Guild Wars 2 to come. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk with Beast about that. What is it? As far as I'm aware, there might be. So you might see more of this cute little Sarah. You might see a Sylvari. You may see a Char. Or an Orn. Or a human. Post on Facebook to decide what you guys want to see. And yeah, that's pretty much that. If you guys want to see me play Char, Sarah, etc., just post on Facebook on Beastie's video thingy. That's Beastie with a Y. Thingy, what was it? Video with YA at the end. With vid YA. And thingy is in THINGY. What is this? And you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Tumblr, Bad Games, so you don't have to. You can find us on Twitter under the same name, and on our, of course, our Livestream channel. Anywho, spread the word, tell your mates about us, and all that. After all, that's the way we get viewers, and everything. You can email us. For mine, it's, what is it? Mr.pendulum.47@gmail.com. Not sure if Beasties, or if we have one here, we might. Anyway, you can email us and everything through that, and tell us on Facebook what you think, and what games you want to see. Anyway, this is Mr. Pendulum signing off. Thank you all for staying with us for these 2 hours. See you around.